How can you click on my YouTube channel, click on my Mario Galaxy review, and see this cute old face, and not want to stay around? Aww. What a good kitty. What a good kitty. This is Kit Kat, which is his official name. I call him Steve. This is my cat, Steve. He's just a good baby. He will probably just chill here for a few minutes until he gets pissed off at me and decides to bite me and jump down. But he's a good kitty. He's probably just going to sleep right here throughout this review. So, that means you got to stay through the entire video just to watch my sleepy kitty. Mario Galaxy, sequel to Super Mario Brothers. No, not that one. That's it. Yep, that's the right one. Sequel to the 2023 Illumination film. Now, I was excited going into this one because I liked that first film, at least for the most part. I liked the trailers, the marketing for this one. And so I went into this film expecting, I didn't expect a whole lot, especially after the reviews came out, but I was hoping I would have a good enough time as a Mario fan. Before I dive into my review, if you would, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell. What are your opinions on the Super Mario Galaxy movie? And if you haven't seen it, are you excited? Does this review make you want to see it or not see it more or less than you already do? All right, say bye to Steve. Bye. Steve, yeah, there he goes. He's starting to bite me. That's my finger. Oh, he's licking my finger. Ow. The Super Mario Galaxy movie is fine. I had good enough time with it. Now, this is a movie made for two people. Little kids and Mario fans. And I am one of those, so I had a decent enough time with this movie. I'm a Mario fan, in case you couldn't tell. I'm not a little kid. I just wanted to clear up the air, just in case you couldn't tell. But I'm a Mario fan. I grew up playing the Mario games, specifically Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Bros. Wii U, Odyssey, those type of Mario games. And I even played like the old games on like the Wii. There was a throwback game that my mom purchased, and I grew up playing those type of games too. I love the new Super Mario Bros. 3. And so I have been all around of the Mario universe, and I enjoy all the games. I have a fun time with it. And so this is a movie that is very much cameo fest for Nintendo fans. And as a fan of Nintendo, it was really cool to see all the characters, all the creatures, notice all the little things from the games in this movie. This is a movie not designed to be a good movie. This is a movie designed to be a fun movie for the fans. There's really nothing of substance here. Like, if you go into the movie not being a Mario fan and don't have a kid and you just expect a good movie, you're not going to get none of that. And also, if you don't have a kid or you don't like Mario, why are you watching this movie to begin with? Anyways, it doesn't have any of that. But I had a fun enough time seeing the cameos, the characters, the surprises along the way. My favorite thing with all of that comes with the score. Where, honestly, there were times where I was like, this score is awesome, because it just takes the score from the games, and quite often in this movie, it just have a score. As we enter like a building or cave or ship, have a score that's like, oh, that's from that game. And I'm constantly like, oh, that happens when you do this in the games. And as a fan of the games, I was like, cool. That's pretty freaking awesome to me. And the score was just really good. Yoshi is by far my favorite part of this film. He is adorable, even though he's just an animated dinosaur. What they do with him is adorable, and the voice for him, just some random nobody voices him. What's his name again? Oh, I got it written right here. Donald Glover? Yeah, who's Donald Glover? He's totally not Childish Gambino or anything. I don't know anything about that. But Donald Glover voices Yoshi, and Yoshi, the animation is real cute. Along the same lines, the animation for this movie is quite good. I think the movie looks really good. It doesn't do any groundbreaking animation things, but it doesn't need to. When it looks good, I think all the action sequences are very vibrant, entertaining. It incorporates the side-scrolling element from the games in certain sequences, but in other sequences, it's just straight action sequences. And I said sequences way too much in that last segment, so sorry. But I do think the action set pieces are really good. There's one in the sky that we saw from the trailer when we first get introduced to Bowser Jr., which I think is absolutely awesome. And then throughout the movie, like, there's enough stuff to just keep you entertained. This is a movie that, like a lot of people are saying, is for the TikTok generation. And if you want to watch a movie that, you know, has nonstop characters, cameos, laughs, action pieces, this is going to be the movie for you. Because it really never has any time to slow down. And when we get to the negatives, we'll talk a little bit more of that. Also, the voice cast is insane, as always. It's just like, name that celebrity. Who's behind door number 1? Rosalina is voiced by bloop, 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 Brie Larson. Yoshi is voiced by bloop, 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 Donald Glover. And it's just like, name that celebrity. Who voices him? Who voices him? And it's like, oh, that's actually, like, this is a movie that I'm watching the credits to it. And I'm like, no way. Was Brie Larson actually Rosalina? Anya Taylor-Joy was Princess Peach. Oh my goodness, I already knew about Donald Glover, but, I mean, you get Star Fox in here, who's voiced by Glenn Powell. And that's the type of movie this is, that Glenn Powell has a voice role in here, and it's like, oh, that was cool to see in that theater, hearing Glenn Powell's voice. And it's pretty cool. So, the voice cast, obviously, very, very, very stacked. I also think the movie has a nice sense of humor. There's not really many big laugh-out-loud moments, but there are moments that did get a good chuckle out of me that I did enjoy. So, overall, the Super Mario Bros. Galaxy movie is fine. Like, I know I said a lot of positives, but all those are, like, on a technical aspect. But personally, for me, I had fun because I'm a fan of the Mario games, and so I liked seeing all the characters enough. With that said, every ounce of enjoyment I got from this film is very much the lower end of enjoyment. There was never a moment in this movie where I flat out went, oh, that's awesome, or, ooh, this is really good. It's like, oh, that's fine. Oh, Yoshi's cute. Oh, that score is from one of the games. Oh, that animation fight scene was cool. Cool. There was never, like, that moment where I had to say that the movie was phenomenal, because it never was. It's a movie that is completely watchable for someone like me. Is it anything I'm ever going to go back to? Absolutely not. But, like, it's just not for me. And that, like, going into this negative section, you gotta understand that I am a 20-year-old male who's a big fan of horror movies, superhero movies, action movies, and do like the Mario games, but I'm not necessarily the target audience for a Mario movie that is very clearly designed for kids, especially when it's a movie that's clearly not even trying to be a good movie. Like I said earlier, and that was in the positive section, but, like, it's got to be talked about in the negative section, this is a movie for the fans. Like, I feel this is exactly, well, if you're not a fan of this movie and you were just like, oh, I don't get the references, I'm not a big fan, like, it's not as egregious as Five Nights at Freddy's was, but, like, I feel like if you don't like Mario, you're kind of like how I was walking into Five Nights at Freddy's too, like, oh, the fans around me are going crazy, but I don't know what the hell is happening on the screen, and I feel like that's what like what your experience will be. Because it's a movie for the fans. It's a movie that's not trying. It's a movie that's just trying to give you fan service. And that's what it does. And so when we hit a certain point, I was sticking with the movie pretty well. I actually thought the movie was pretty entertaining. I liked a lot of things it did. And then all of a sudden, we are rushing through plot points, and we're going to this planet, and this planet, and this planet, and Bowser has like 4 or 5 different freaking character arcs, like, in 3 minutes in the movie, and, like, we're going breakneck speed, and then all of a sudden we're in the finale, and we're having a little bit of fun. We slow things a little bit down in the finale with the action and such, and then the movie's over. And it's like, it's a movie that's under 100 minutes, but the breakneck speed actually kind of slows the movie down for me, because it's like, okay, it just seems like a lot of scenes taped together that have Mario fan service, and it's like, alright, I had a good enough time with it, but it never hit that next level for me. It never hit a moment where I can't say the movie's good. It's like a bad movie that I had a decent enough time with. And the more I think about the movie, I'm like, the first Super Mario movie was really good, and this one was not. It was just fine. I left the theater like, okay, all right. And I honestly haven't really thought about the movie since. Actually, that's a lie. I haven't been able to stop thinking about the movie because, of course, this is the latest movie on Twitter that is the most controversial thing out there, because why in the world would a Super Mario Brothers movie not be incredibly controversial? People are like, oh, the film critics are just a bunch of stuck-up people that don't like movies like this. And like everybody with like a quarter of a brain is like, no, you take movies like Sonic movies, they got fan service, they got the characters you want, they actually got heart, they got soul, they got characters you like, they got really good action set pieces. Like, those are genuinely good movies. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is, like, my favorite video game movie of all time, and it's a movie that, like, is genuinely a fantastic movie, in my opinion. Like, not everything needs to be, like, all about fan service, and people are just like, oh, but it's a movie for the kids, and, like, the argument on the people that have the brain sides is, like, are kids just not allowed to watch good movies anymore? Kids movies when, like, not when I was a kid, but like around that area, the 90s, the zeros. I was born in 2005, by the way. But those were like Toy Story, Finding Nemo, any Disney movie, like anything. And like to take more modern films, Wreck-It Ralph, Big Hero 6, Moana, Frozen. Those are movies that the kids are obsessed with. The kids have a good time watching, but they're not slop. They're movies that, like, us, people that like movies, can enjoy. I go back to Big Hero 6 and Wreck-It Ralph all the time, and I give those movies 5 stars every time I watch them. It's awesome. Take last year, for example, Zootopia 2. The kids loved that movie, and it was, like, a genuinely good movie. And this is a movie that's just, like, for the fans, but also is just wacky. It's got cute animals and dinosaurs, and you got babies here, and I will say I like that a lot of the humor is not poop, fart, butt jokes. I did like that. There was really none of that in there. But, like, as a movie, it's just not good. And the more, like, I watch the movie and the more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I had a decent time watching it, but it's not anything I'm ever going to recommend right here. And you could blame the script, you could blame the studio, but it's a movie that's, like, baffling in some of the decisions it makes, specifically regarding Bowser. We get Star Fox in there, but you kind of rush through his character introduction. You're just like, oh, he's a part of the movie now. And, like, once you hit a certain point, the movie's pacing is just really freaking weird. And, like I said, it goes so fast, but at times it slows down, and it never hits a moment to where you're, like, fully enjoying it. It's just, okay. Yeah, that happened. And it feels way longer than it actually is. This movie's only 98 minutes, and because of the fast-paced speed and the amount of characters and worlds we go exploring, it feels like you're there for like over 2 hours long. And I got out of the movie, I clicked on my phone, I'm like, there's no way it's only 10 o'clock. It feels like it's so much later. So many issues with this movie, and it all just comes to they're not trying to make a good movie. You got the animation that's good, you got some things that I personally enjoyed, but if you're not a Mario fan, or if you don't have kids, or even if you have kids, I don't really know how many people out there will enjoy this one. Just let your kids watch Cars for the 150th time at home. Like, you don't need to drag your family out to theaters, because this one, just, it's okay. And, like, also, if you go out to theaters, don't be like the parents at our theater last night. We saw the movie at 8:15, and we expected, like, there would be no kids. One little girl, and she was like, Mommy, 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 and she wouldn't shut up the entire movie. She was like, Mommy, Mommy, can we do this? She goes, at one point, starts running up and down the stairs, and it's like, if I had half a brain, I would go over there, pick that baby, grab her by her hair, twist her around, and just, throw her at the movie screen. I wouldn't do that. Number one, because, like, that's crazy. And number two, I don't want to spend the rest of my life in prison. So, I didn't assault a child. But, I'd be damned if I didn't have the thought just cross my mind for a brief second. Be good parents. Discipline your kids when they scream in the middle of a movie theater that my mom paid probably like $150 for 4 people and a bunch of concessions, because movie theater prices are insane, and that's just a whole nother separate problem. But still, I'm kind of veering off here. Mario Galaxy movie, not very good, but if you're a fan, it's alright. Before I give you my final score, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell, comment down below what are your opinions on the Mario Galaxy movie. If you're one of those people that's like, oh, it's a kid's movie, it's not meant to be criticized, get out. Go! Now! I don't want you here. But if you're like one of those people that's like, yeah, alright, I get the criticisms, I had a good time with it, or maybe I didn't like it, then like you're a decent person. But the fact that there's a post I saw, oh my gosh, there's a post I saw that's like, he literally said, if you're right-winged, you enjoy the movie. If you're a liberal, you hate the movie. I'm like, what? Huh? And I was, wow. Alright, Mario Galaxy movie has some fun moments for fans. It's not completely boring. You have good enough time with it. But, like, there's no real substance to it, and there are thousands of other kids' movies. Check out, heck, if you want to show your kids Mario, watch the first one again. Not the one from the 90s, but the one from just a couple years ago. With that said, I'm giving the Super Mario Galaxy movie a C, and if you want to watch it, I'd say save your money. Wait till it comes out on streaming. Alright, thank you guys for clicking on my review of Super Mario Galaxy. It's alright. I can't say it's a disappointment, because it's more what I expected, but the first Mario movie was so much better. With that said, subscribe.